So I uploaded this video on my second channel late last year, and that was back when I thought I wanted to split up all my content, but I don't really feel like that anymore. So I'm uploading this video to this channel because I think it will just have more reach, and my main goal is just making sure the homies have good information. So they all loved it on that channel. Everyone in the Discord likes it. Everyone who I sent it to the email list loves it. They all say it's good sauce. They all want me to make more stuff like this. I will be making more, especially if you guys really like it on this channel. I'll just start dropping it here. I'm probably going to do it anyway because you're the homie and I want to help you out. But without further ado, don't let me get in the way of any more learning. I hope you really enjoy this. Let me know what you want to see next. Peace. Okay. So $1,000 a month is pretty achievable for any producer who tries, like any internet producer who tries, basically. So I'm just going to take you through these steps pretty quickly. These are kind of things that I've been thinking about, and I've never really seen a video on the internet like this for like teaching producers how to be like content creators. Not like I see a lot of like beat selling stuff and like other stuff like that, but not so much like this is how you build a business and service many different types of audiences and niches and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I want to just put out today. And for anyone who's willing to sit through this video, I think it's going to be really valuable for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is like mentality. And so kind of like focusing on mindset. So the most important thing that I want to say first is like, stop thinking about saturation. There is no such thing as saturation. Like, what you experience as saturation is really just a bunch of people who don't know anything. So it's like a bunch of people at the bottom. There's like some people who have figured it out, and those are like the people you think of, like Ocean, Ed Talenti, Jay Cactus, Busy Works Beats, Simon Servita, Kyle Beat, like, all those guys, right? Those are the people who figured out the system for doing things, and then they kind of like set themselves apart. And then it's like everybody else is just fighting to figure out how the fuck those guys are. They just end up deifying those guys without really understanding that you're very similar to them. You just need to know one or two things to do and then put in the work, and then you'll be able to be exactly where they are. So the first thing with mindset is literally just letting that saturation go. Like, put that shit out of your mind, because it does not fucking exist. Like, you have to be like that. You literally just have to be like that. There is plenty of room at the top, right? There's plenty of room at the top. There's a new producer with a a viral video every day, and I'd be looking at it like, if this guy had a system, he could literally be making like $2,000-$3,000 a month. But he doesn't. I look and I'm like, he clearly doesn't have a system. He's just making videos on the internet, and you don't want to be like that. You want to come into this shit with a plan, so that when stuff starts clicking for you, it's just like, it just becomes consistent income for you, basically. So that being said, if you have shitty mental health, this is not going to work. So you need to fix your mental health. The first thing I would say is, if you do drugs or have like any drug issues, try to fix it. Be sober, or at least not be super drugged out. That's going to be helpful. If you have shitty mental health beyond that, things like meditation and journaling are going to help a lot. They're going to help you calm your mind and get in control of your emotions. And then physical exercise is going to be really good, because just in general, producers, we're sedentary. So like, a lot of our energy gets stuck, and just in general, being unhealthy is going to fuck up your mentality. I read a Harvard like study that exercise is one of the best cures for depression. So like, just exercise, man. Do things to help your mind be stronger. Journaling, meditation, exercise. A little bit less drug use never hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? So the next most important thing with mindset is, you need to understand that this shit is not about making money, like, at all. Because if you come into this to make money, what you're going to do is you're going to just make a bunch of shitty kits and try to sell them to people, and you're not going to make money. You're going to quit after like 2 months, and then you're going to be like, Chu lied to me. He told me I could make $1,000. It's like, well, I didn't say that it would be easy, and I didn't say that you could just shovel shit at people and then they would buy it. It's like, no. So if you're in this to chase money, you need to understand that that's not what it's about. Money does not come to you when you chase it. Money is like a cat in your neighborhood. Like, unless you're particularly nimble or you are particularly sneaky, you are not going to catch that cat. What you need to do to catch that cat is you need to like stop chasing it and like lay out some like tuna in a can or something, like maybe like a plate of milk. After a while, that cat's gonna stop being scared of you, and it's gonna be like, what's that over there? It's gonna come over. It's gonna be attracted to what you did, right? Money is the same way, bro. You can't chase money because it's going to run away from you unless you're particularly talented or unless you're particularly sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you fall under the gravity of how, money normally works, and it's that you can't chase it. You have to attract it. So you have to think about, okay, well, what do you do to attract money? You do that by servicing a need. So you don't chase money, you service the needs of people, and then they pay you for that. And then that's how you make money. So the amount of money you make in life is directly proportional to the amount of people that you're serving and the amount of value that you're providing to those people. So as soon as you reverse your mindset about making money, it makes this entire it makes life easier, but it's going to make this entire process a lot easier. That being said, that actually brings us into our first point, and it's making loops. And the reason I want you to focus on making loops is because loop makers provide the biggest service for other producers, right? And I'm trying to teach you how to service the producer community right now, to create content for producers and to create products for producers. Of course, we're gonna get into beat sales, and like you have to sell beats too, because you can't reach that first 1,000 without some beat sales unless you get lucky, right? So we're gonna talk about that later, but I'm talking about the stuff no one else is gonna tell you, which is how to sell to producers and shit like that. And like I don't want to get too caught up on this, but don't be scared to sell to producers, bro. Like, I buy kits from producers all the time. Producers buy kits from each other, bro. It's not anything to be scared of. You should be willing. You should be proud enough of your work to feel like you could sell it. Like, I buy kits from Cody all the time. I buy kits from Busy Works Beats. I buy kits from The Count. Like, it's just a matter of, do you provide a good product? So getting off of that tangent, loop makers are still in high demand, bro. Like, even to this day, like, I remember when loop making got super hot, I thought it was saturated then. I thought it was saturated then, but like really looking at it, there's a new loop maker popping off every day. They're getting signed every day. Southside is literally scooping up talent by like the dozens of loop makers, bro. He'll literally just sign someone to a 50K deal because they're talented, because loop makers are that valuable. Because it's just like, not everybody can do it, bro. It's really hard. It's really hard. And it's like, it's like, it's not the only skill that you need as a producer, but that one's gonna get you the furthest. Like, and if you think about it, I'm not that good at making melodies. Like, if I had to give myself a score from like an A to an F in terms of melody making, I would say I'm like at a D-, like barely fucking passing in terms of melody making. But if you think about like my most viral videos on my channel, it has to do with melody making. And that's because like everybody needs to be better at making melodies. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one is good enough. You know what I'm saying? So if you can be the person that's good enough, not only are you going to be able to teach people how to make melodies, but you will also be the person making melodies for people. So, that really cold drum programmer that's tapped in with the artist, you're going to be able to provide that dude melodies because no one else is providing cold melodies. I promise you, I can open my loop email right now. I'm going to have 500 emails from 500 different loop makers. All of it is fucking trash, bro, because there's not enough talent. There's not enough people practicing the actual skill. So if you practice the skill and you get good at it, you're going to make a lot of money with the skill. It's going to be one of the most valuable things that you can learn. A lot of my placements actually came from just making the loop and sending it off to a drum programmer to do the rest. It's like crazy how valuable that skill is and how much time it saves you and how much it allows you to scale, bro. So like really focus on that, because there's such a shortage of loop makers right now. There's such a shortage of like good loop makers. Let me put it like that. So you might feel like it's hard to get good at loop making, but like it's really not. It takes like realistically, it takes like a month to get really talented. Like if you practiced it every day and it was the only thing you practiced, you would get good enough at making loops to like actually start getting placements in about 4 weeks. Like it's really not that hard. It's a skill you just need to practice. And there's like literal channels that are devoted to like providing you with actual value that's going to teach you to do that. Don't focus so much on like YouTube producers that are making content that's not about making better melodies or making beats. You know what I'm saying? So like I fix my subscribers beats, or like 10-minute challenge or whatever the fuck. Those videos are awesome, but that shit is not going to make you better at making beats. And remember, like you're here to become like those guys. You want to be the person making the content. You don't want to be the person consuming the content. So don't watch too many bullshit tutorials anymore. And I might be hurting myself by saying that, but like You really want to focus on channels that are going to teach you how to get better at the craft. So like I'm focusing more on videos like that now, just teaching like the actual like, you know, nuances of the craft. Another really good channel is Busyworks Beats. Actually, he gets clowned a lot, but he actually provides crazy good value. Finna Finesse is a really good channel. He has like straight up formulas on there. Bro Beats is another good channel. Try to focus on channels like that are like not so much trying to take your time and attention so that they can sell you stuff, more so just like trying to give you information so that you can be better at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you want to be in that position to sell. You don't want to be in the position of constantly consuming content. So use your YouTube time better. You know what I'm saying? So the thesis of that really is just get as fucking cold as you can at making loops. It's like imperative. That's like, it's like mental health, loop making, bro. Like fix your mental health, get good at loop making, and you'll basically be ace for the rest of this plan. So now we're gonna move on to the next part of this, the next phase of this. So this is like, you need to start a YouTube channel. You really need to start two, and we'll get to the second one later, but you're gonna start two, right? You're gonna start your main channel, which is gonna be like your content creation channel, right? So this is where this is gonna be your hub for basically your whole business. This is gonna be your distro for your whole business. Your second channel is just gonna be a beats dump, right? Because you need somewhere to dump your beats so that you can still get SEO and get sales on that. And that's for later, but you're gonna need two channels, but we're gonna focus on the one channel for now. On this channel, this is where you're going to start making your first $100 a month once you get monetized, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. On this channel though, you're going to start making long form content. I'm talking videos from at least 8 minutes to like 16 or 20 minutes, right? You're gonna start making tutorials, and it can be about anything you want. It can be really any topic, mixing, drums, but just make sure that every other video you drop is about melodies. Because remember, you didn't get cold at making loops for no reason. Like you got cold at making loops so that you could like show off this skill, so that you could market this skill, so that it would be impressive for other people to see you do this skill, right? That's the whole point of like getting good at it. And it's even like to the extent that that's kind of how it works if you were gonna get signed by say Southside, or like, you know, become like the loop provider for like a really cool, you know, drum programmer or something like that. You want to get noticed. You want to be so good that like it's interesting for people to hear your melodies, but also to see you making those melodies and going through that. Drum programming and shit like that is important too, but like melody making is going to be like the marquee talent here. It's going to be the marquee skill here. That's going to be like the money maker, you know what I'm saying? So really, really, really focus on that. Follow the trends when you're making tutorials. So, you know, if Future drops a new song, you know, you want to maybe make a tutorial about Future. If Southside drops a song, make a tutorial about Southside. If Travis drops a song, you know, I think you're starting to get it, right? It's very, very important to do things like that. And make sure that you're still focusing on those melodies when you're doing those tutorials. Don't just have it be random stuff about those songs. Focus on the melody, because a lot of times that's what people want to know about the song. They want to know, how can I make melodies like this? Or how did they make the melody like that? So definitely focus on things like that. It's really, really important to drop free kits on this channel as well. So literally make videos dedicated to like the fact that you dropped a free kit, either tutorialing the kit or literally just a demonstration of the kit, because those types of videos, that type of content gets crazy search volume on Google and YouTube. Like you wouldn't believe it. Like it blows channels up actually. Like it's like, I think Lucient, I don't know if you know Lucient, like he blew up off of that. I'm pretty sure like his best video has like 150k views, and it's literally just like a kit. It's like a free kit that he made. It's crazy, and it's genius by him. He's actually a freaking genius, because it's one of the smartest things you can do is like create, because that's literally servicing a need. So imagine if you are really, really cold at loops and you can drop an amazing loop pack on your channel like once a month or even every week. Imagine how much search traffic you're gonna get off of that. So that is like a gem right there. Like if you can do something like that, that's why I said like making loops is like, you need to get good at that. Like go revisit that shit again. Like you need to get good at making loops. It's like imperative. There's nothing else that's important about this video. If there's nothing else that's gonna be useful to you in this video if you don't get good at making loops. So like, please, like I know I'm beating a dead horse with this, but get good at making loops and you will make money, bro. Like trust me. Don't be scared to post content either, because people are watching content. Like I'm telling you, like whenever I see a new producer pop up on my feed, I'm gonna watch the video, even if he has 17 views, because the thing is, like, and a lot of people notice internally in their head, like, YouTube is not gonna show you a video on your browse page unless like it's getting some type of engagement. So anytime I see a new producer show up on my browse page, I'm like, huh, I wonder why YouTube is showing me this dude. Like, let me at least go check him out. And it's like, the saddest thing to see when I go check someone out is either like the video is trash, it turns out to be trash, or like it's really good, but then they don't have any more content. That's why you need to be like consistent. You need to be very, very consistent. You don't want to be like, and the worst thing to do is to like get a fan, someone who's a fan of you, and then you just stop uploading content, because they're gonna forget about you. They're not even gonna remember you unless you keep dropping. So if you're gonna get shown on the browse page when you start your channel, and you need to take advantage of that. You absolutely have to take advantage of that, because if you don't, the algorithm's gonna think, oh, okay, like his content is not good, or maybe we fucked up in showing his content since he's not uploading consistently. Maybe he's not about this YouTube shit. The algorithm will literally make that assessment about your account, and it has the potential to kill your channel before you even start. So if you're not gonna be consistent, maybe take a step back from this real quick, because it's not something you can kind of just start and then stop. If you're gonna be lazy like that, just study for now, or just click off of this video. Like, either just watch this whole video to kind of study and get your mind right. But if you think like this is not something you can do consistently, or if you think you're gonna drop like one viral video and go crazy, I would suggest you click off this video, because you will be very, very, very frustrated. You will be very, very frustrated. Like, stop trying to go viral. That is a fucking crapshoot. It's never gonna work. The best way that you can go viral is making evergreen content. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. The best way you can go without getting lucky is to make evergreen content. So basically just make videos on topics that people are going to be searching for a while. So you can, that has to do with trends a little bit. Like, you can make a video about like Melodies, for example, about an artist or a producer who's really, really popping and who's been like relevant for a while. Like, someone that I noticed that's really good for that, two people actually, is like Travis Scott and Future, right? Like, how many years have niggas been making Travis Scott melody tutorials? Like, bro, like 5 years. And it hasn't stopped trending. It's like one of the best videos like a producer can make. Like drill melodies is another really good one. It's like shit, like people are gonna keep searching these things over and over again. So if you're thinking evergreen content, and by the way, evergreen just means something that's like, it's more likely to be sustained over a long period of time, as opposed to like, you know, pop-in trends going from thing to thing to thing, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you're gonna want to upload on this channel to stay relevant. To be real with you, once a week is not enough on YouTube anymore. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not enough to stay relevant unless you got lucky or unless you're providing a banger video every week. Like, I think some people that have gotten really good at that, Ed Talenti was doing it for a while, but I think he's doing more like 2 a week now. But sometimes he still does 1 a week. Navi's really good. He just did 1 a week forever, and he got really, really good at it. But even Navi's someone that I think if he did 2 videos a week and he could handle it, bro, he would crush it. Navi's someone who could really be doing more videos, but that's so fucking tangential, bro. I don't know why I'm talking about that. But basically, you're gonna want to do, I mean, at least one. You gotta at least be uploading weekly. Like, if you can't upload at least 1 video a week, please do not start doing this, because you're gonna frustrate yourself for no reason. I promise. I promise you will. But like, really, 2 a week is gonna be that sweet spot for you. And the reason I'm saying that is because that's gonna help you get monetized the quickest, bro. Because the 2 things that you need to get monetized is 4K views. Like, no, not 4K views. God damn, it would be easy if you could do that. You need 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months. And then you need 1,000 subscribers. That's gonna be really hard to come by unless you're posting like pretty consistently and like multiple videos like a week, especially when you're just starting out, because there's almost no way the algorithm is gonna pick you up. Like, just knowing how YouTube works, there's almost no way the algorithm is gonna pick you up unless you're dropping consistent videos, like long form content too. So try not to drop beats on this main channel. Again, that's why we have the beat dump channel, where you're gonna be dropping stuff like that. Again, 8 to 16 20-minute videos, dropping twice a week. You're gonna get that monetized in about, if you're on your shit and you're doing good, you should get monetized in like 4 months, to be real with you. Less, honestly. You could get monetized in less than 4 months, bro. But if you did this as the slowest way you could do it, it would only take a year, right? Because you have to get the 4K views within a year. So it's doable. It's literally doable. So it should only take you a year to accomplish this. Now remember, nowhere in the title of this video did I say that this was a get rich quick scheme. So again, if this makes you mad like that it's gonna take a year to do, bro, click off the video. If you can't handle waiting a year to make 12K a year, bro, I'm telling you that if you do this, you're gonna get 1,000 a month for the rest of your life. So that's 12K every year. Just add it to your shit. If you can't wait a year to do that, just click off this fucking video because this shit is not for you, bro. But like, yeah, it'll only take you, it should take you like 3 months to 12 months to get monetized. And once you do, that's where your first $100 is gonna come from, because you're gonna be making anywhere from, as long as you keep posting consistently, right, you're gonna be making like 75 to 100 easy off of AdSense, bro. Easy. It's gonna be fucking easy. And then they're gonna back catalog your AdSense too. So really your first AdSense check is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like probably 700 or 1,000 damn near, because I remember my first one, because I had a viral video when I got my first AdSense check. So my first AdSense check was like 10K. It was crazy. Now again, I don't make 10K a month from AdSense, but I'm just saying like AdSense money is good, especially when you're uploading consistently. So the next step of this is like, you need to like swallow your pride and drop free kits. Drop free kits as much as possible, because what did we say? The most important thing you can do is provide value, bro. Like, provide value. And one of the best ways to even just show right off the top that you can provide value is just give people shit for free. Because a lot of people just aren't gonna buy your stuff. I'm gonna be real, I'm not buying your stuff if I don't know you. Unless you're cold, unless I heard it. And then even if you're cold, I might not buy your stuff, bro. I might not. I might just be like, I'm tapped in with so many people. Why would I buy your stuff? Why would I buy your stuff? Prove to me that I should buy your stuff. Establish yourself in my mind, establish yourself in my heart. So provide value first, bro. Provide value first. So you're gonna do this. This is how you're gonna do this. You're going to give free kits. So you're gonna, in these videos, when you're doing the tutorials and stuff, or when you're doing like the videos where like you're giving out a free kit, you're always gonna link your free kits. So you're gonna have a BeatStars page, make a BeatStars page, go watch a video on how to do it. I even have a tutorial on my main channel about how to set up BeatStars, so just go watch that if you need to, or I'll link it below on this or something like that. Set up BeatStars however you need to, bro. But like, after you do that, make sure that it's connected to MailChimp. And we're gonna talk about like email lists in a little bit, but make sure you have the MailChimp integration set up to where you can take someone's email every time they get a free download. That's good for beats and stuff and blah, 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 but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about like producers and stuff. So every time they get that free kit, anytime someone gets that free kit, and bro, niggas love free kits. I'm gonna get your free kit. I get free kits all the time, just giving my email, bro. And that's how people get me on their list. And then I start buying stuff from producers that I don't even know, because like, if your stuff is cold, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care, because it's useful to me as a producer. Like, nigga, I'm just trying to get placements. Nigga, I'm just trying to get better. So if you make good products, I'm gonna buy it from you. It's just like going to Walmart to buy some apples or some shit. If it's good apples, I'm gonna buy them, bro. It's probably not the best example, but like, yeah. So like, just give out free kits. Of course, give out free beats, bro. But like, give out free kits and collect emails for that shit. Make sure you set up your email integration. So let's talk about even just building your email list, right? Let me drink some water real quick. Bro, water is fire, bro. Water is top 2, is not 2. God damn. Okay, so this email list, this is where your next like $200 a month is gonna come from. And the reason I say this is because it should be pretty easy for you to get like 200 subscribers on your list, at least by like the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? If you start this in 12 months, you should have like at least 1,000 people on your list by the end of the year. But I'm saying bare minimum, you should have at least 200 if you're grinding, bro. And the thing about email lists is like, everybody's like, who's like in the marketing world, or who has studied marketing, kind of knows that like, for every name that is on your email list, you get $1 per month. So like, to give you an example, on my artist list, I have 10,000 names, right? So like, I make 10,000. I make a little less than that. It's like probably like 8K a month for beats, right? And then on my producer list, I have like 11,000. So I make like about 10,500 a month from that too. So it's like, not to like throw numbers out there and shit, but like, because I spec'd into focusing on email, because I understood this, that's why I'm able to like basically sustain myself pretty well as a business, is because like I spec'd into email instead of like specking into all the fucking stupid bullshit that a lot of producers spec into, like making really cool edited videos and like doing all these, I don't know, do all these stupid concept videos without providing enough value. And it's like, you know, you're providing value if people are giving you their email. So it's like people are getting on the email shit late, but even then they're not using it correctly. So I'll make like a separate video for how to use email correctly, but I'm still going to teach you how to use it correctly right now. So basically, you're going to use this list to like sell them kits later, but you need to prove that you have something to offer in the first place. Because look, producers are going to buy kits from other producers, but you just have to be good. It's kind of like what I was saying. Like, I'm on a lot of like unknown producers lists because like they got me, you know what I'm saying? They had a free kit and I downloaded it, and then they sent me a promo email. They built a relationship with me on the email list. Of course, I got to know excuse me, Jesus Christ. I got to know a little bit about their story, and I kind of like I got started fucking with them, and then they had a sale and I bought their kits. It happens all the time because these are guys that end up figuring out how to use email marketing to their advantage, and that's literally how you do it. Provide value. It's called the opt-in and a lead magnet. You give them a lead magnet, they opt into your email list, you build a relationship with them, you sell them products later. For now, do not focus on selling on your list. Do not sell anything on your list for now. That's my advice to you. Don't do any selling. Like, I would say pretty much don't do that selling until you hit that 200. Once you hit that 200, you can go ahead and do a sale. So send like 4 emails, like just of value. So like maybe just be like, yo, what's up? How are you doing? Or like, hey, do you want to collab? Or like, this is how you make better melodies doing this. Or like, yo, here's a really interesting thing that Future does in his melodies that you can replicate. You know, provide value to your list of producers. You know, think about what they would want to know and actually provide intelligent value. Don't let it be bullshit. And then once you get to like, I would say 200 is the sweet spot, because of course we want to get that 200 USD per month from that. But also I think 200 is that sweet spot where you'll be able to figure out like, okay, once I have 200 people on my list, this isn't fake anymore. You know, I have like multiple hundreds of people on my list. So obviously I'm doing something that is at least kind of valuable. So I can like, you know, start selling, and that's going to be a good time to start getting sales off of that list. I'm not going to talk too much more about email marketing. If you guys fuck with this type of content on this channel, what I'll do is I'll make like a completely separate, like full guide on how to use email marketing to basically sell beats and sell kits. It's actually not that hard. I learned it from a book. So I'm just gonna, if you can't wait to learn it, I'm gonna just tell you the book that I learned it from. I wish I had it next to me, but it's called .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. It's one of the best books I've ever read. I would highly recommend that anybody who wants to start a business like in the 21st century read that book. Like, even if you don't want to start it online, like .com, like it's good information just for starting a business in general. And if you want to like not be poor in life, you're gonna need to start a business. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of scary to say, but if you just have like a regular job, if you're just aiming for a regular job and you're not gonna supplement that income with something that's like a business, you're probably gonna be poor. Like, even doctors are poor. Like, I make more than doctors, bro. That's neither here nor there, man. The point being, learn about business, start a business. That's kind of what we're working on here, right? If you can start something that makes you $1,000 per month and you're getting $12,000 extra income per year, that's a business that you started, bro. Just because you're not making 100K, making $1 million, that doesn't mean you didn't start a business, bro. You're starting something that's not completely passive. You're gonna need to put up a lot of grunt work up front, and then you're gonna need to put in a little bit of watering every once in a while. Like, I can't just leave my channel, my YouTube channel, and like it'll survive. It'll make money for a little bit, but eventually it's gonna die because I'm not watering it anymore. But like, this is gonna be a really good source of income if you take it seriously. So the last thing I want to talk about is, well, there's a few more things, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is sponsors, and this is where you're going to be making the next like $400-ish to $500 per month. Now, I would say wait until you're monetized to start taking sponsors. The reason I will say that is because once you're monetized, you're going to be making about $75 to $100 a month, right? So the reason that's important is because before you're monetized, your channel basically has like no like leverageable value, basically. So it's like you can't even like say that they're undercutting you, because like they can offer you whatever because you're not making any money, right? And you don't ever want to be in that position. But once you start making $100 a month, there are these things called market multipliers. If you want to learn more about market multipliers, read the book called Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. It's a really freaking good book, and I think it's like .com secrets. I think anybody who wants to start a business in 2022 or in the 21st century should read that book. But basically, there are these things called market multipliers. So like basically, whatever amount of money you're making for your business. So like let's say you're making let's say you're making $50,000 a year, right? From your business. That's like that, and it's profit. That's what your business is technically valued at, right? It's valued at like 50K. It's a 50K business. Now, if someone wants to buy that business from you, they don't buy it for 50K because you would never cash it out at that. There has to be a market multiplier added to it. So that's like the actual value of the company. So like in the tech industry, the market multiplier is like 7.9. It's something crazy because like tech is like obviously a very valuable industry to be in. So like let's say a tech company was worth 50K, that's pretty low for a tech company, but like let's just say like you would multiply that number by 7.9 to get the actual value that someone would have to pay to buy that company. So the reason I'm telling you all this like bullshit math is not to like confuse you or to scare you. It's to say that like once you have like that amount of money, like once you can see your Google AdSense amount, the market multiplier for music, which is basically just e-commerce and licensing, is 3.62. So you can basically just call it 4. You can multiply the amount of ad revenue you're getting by 4, and that's the amount of money that you can basically like reasonably charge them. And if you come to them with this information, like, look, I make $100 in AdSense a month, so there's no fucking way you're about to give me $100 because I can just make that in a month posting my own videos. Here's the market multiplier for my shit. This is what you're gonna pay me. If you come to them like that, on God, they will pay you, because that's how I come to every fucking company. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I'm gonna tell you, and I might be fucking up the shit right now because I noticed something that I noticed something a long time ago. I actually get a lot of money per sponsorship that like other niggas are not getting. I'm talking like there's niggas with channels 2-3 times my size, and I heard their prices, bro, fucking trash, because they don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't even understand their fucking market, bro. I'm talking dudes with hundreds of thousands of subscribers taking $500 sponsorships, bro. That is, you don't be like that, brother. Do not be like that, brother. Look, do what I do and you're gonna get paid, man. Do what I do. Do what I, no, don't do what I do. Do what I do. Because if you learn to negotiate and you learn like the functionings of your market, you're gonna be able to leverage yourself much better, because you have to think about, what are those sponsors getting from you? They're getting your audience. And a lot of times these guys are selling subscriptions. So they know even getting one person to subscribe has already made them that money that they're giving you, bro. So they better give you at least a decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So learn to negotiate, learn to leverage your positioning better. So that's why I say, wait till you're monetized. Now, if someone comes to you, it's kind of like selling an exclusive, right? You don't want to sell an exclusive for less than like 500, I would say. But like, if you need the money, that's different, right? Like everyone has been in a situation where they really need money, and it's like sometimes you just have to cash out. So I'm not saying don't cash out when you don't have to. I would still say don't cash out on your YouTube channel for $100. I just feel like that's ass. But I mean, again, at the end of the day, do what you have to do, right? Now, the way that you can really, really buff up your sponsorship payouts is to create promotion bundles. So you could just sell the one-off YouTube sponsorship, but what's really smart, and again, this is something that I do that a lot of my contemporaries are not doing, and that's why they're getting such shitty deals from what I've heard. Bundle it with, say, your social media. So like, say, okay, I'll post the video on YouTube and I'll also post clips of it on my IG story and on my IG, reels or whatever. Or a really good one is companies love marketing on email lists. The reason they love doing that is because they know there is no way somebody will be on your email list unless they absolutely fuck with you. And when I tell you, those companies 100% understand the $1 per person per month. Trust me, they do. And they value it like that. So if you come to the company, so let me give you a scenario, right? Let's say company, I'm gonna just say it, like Melodies is probably gonna come to you when you get 1,000 subscribers, right? And they're gonna be like, I'm not even gonna drop the name of the guy, but he's gonna be like, I'll give you $100 for the video. Here's what you're gonna say. No, because I'm monetized and I make $100 a month. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give me 700. And here's why you're gonna give me 700. Because I'm gonna put the market multiplier on my shit and I know that I can get at least 4 times this either on my own or from another company. So if you can't at least pay me the market multiplier, get the fuck out of my email. And then the next thing you're gonna tell him is, all right, I'll give you a deal, right? I have 400 people on my email list and I make $400 a month from that. I'll give you 3 promo slots on that email list for $100 each. That's a discount of $100. And damn near, you're really giving him a crazy bundle at 3 emails, right? So I'm gonna give you each of those emails for $100. So that's $700. That is a crazy bundle for any company to be getting, bro. That's still a fucking steal, bro. That's still a fucking steal. And that's how you come to these companies. Don't let them give you chump change unless you really need the money, bro. Don't let them give you chump change unless you really need the money. Like, because if you position yourself well, you can eat off those sponsorships. Like, you don't want to survive off of them. You want that shit to be more like just supplemental. So like, you want to like eat when you get one. Cause if you get into the point where like, I need a sponsorship to eat this month, or like I need to get a sponsorship, otherwise I'm not gonna make money this month. They can sense that, and they're gonna lowball you every time, bro. So don't be like that. Don't be like that. Learn how to position yourself, learn how to negotiate. I know I kind of harped on this, but sponsorships is where a lot of people fuck up. And it's like, it's sad because that's really the place where you could cash out the most if you really know what you're doing. So anyway, now let's talk about like audience leverage. That's gonna be the next way. Well, okay, before we talk about audience leverage, let's talk about beat sales real quick, because I was about to completely skip beat sales without talking about it. And we do need to talk about beat sales, because this is where you're going to be able to get, like, I would say you could get reasonably, with the way that I'm going to tell you how to do it, you could reasonably get at least 1 to 2 beat sales a month. And the way you're going to do that is, we're going to go back to what we were talking about earlier, right? You created that beat dump channel, right? So of course you're going to be making beats this whole time, right? Don't tell me that you weren't making beats, right? You're a producer. You had to at least sometimes be making beats, right? So you're posting beats on your BeatStars, and you're posting those same beats onto your beat dump channel, and of course you're linking those to your beat store where people can, click and download for free or buy or whatever. So the whole time you're using these same strategies, you're building a separate list for your artists. You're doing the same thing, right? So like, between all of that, between SEO and between, the SEO of your main channel, because that's the thing, artists also search, how to make beats too, because they know that's how they can find like good producers who make good beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of artists find me by searching like tutorial content. It's kind of weird, but through all of that SEO basically, and through your marketing on your email list for artists, which you should be building as well using this strategy, you should be able to at least get 1 sale a month. I would say if you set it up correctly, you should get 1 passive sale a month, literally just through SEO, and then you should be able to get at least 1 active sale a month on your email list or on social media if you're setting this stuff up correctly. It really won't be that difficult if you're creating content like prolifically enough, which is not hard, because I literally gave you the bare minimum of 2 videos a week, which is like, if you're in school, unless you're like studying biochem or like you're literally a med student, you don't have an excuse, to be real with you. And like, if you're working like a 9 to 5 and that's the only job you have, you really don't have an excuse, because that means you have like 6 hours before you go to sleep every night to work on a business. It's like not that fucking hard. Again, if you can't do the work, bro, I can't believe you watched this far if you can't do the work. So I already know I'm not talking to someone who's not going to do the work. So I don't even know why I'm saying this. I know if you're watching to this far, bro, you're going to do the work. So you're gonna get those beat sales, just trust me. Like, SEO, that's just literally how it works, because there's not enough people like literally doing this shit correctly for them to like, for you not to get sales if you do it correctly, basically. So just, it's kind of hard, but like, just trust me. Like, I get so many sales, like literally just fucking passive. Like, I wake up every morning to like new beat sales. I'll just be like, bro, how did I get these beat sales, bro? It's like, it's literally just passive shit. So the last thing I want to talk about is audience leveraging, right? So once you've built like a big, so I would say audience leveraging is where you're gonna get like the last, so up to, I haven't been adding up, right? I've just been throwing like out amounts, but I think like all of it has added up to a little over 1,000 at this point. So this is where you're gonna get like another 100 to 200 per month, based off of like the level of establishment you should be at if you follow this like whole play that I put out basically. So like, the way you're gonna leverage your audience is, at some point when you get good and consistent, you're gonna just start tossing your links out there, right? You're gonna put it in your description. It's almost like affiliate marketing, right? But or like, if you got sponsored, right? Like, you would put their products in like your description and shit and in your email list. But like once you get established and you have like a catalog of products, you're just gonna do that with your own shit, right? Just don't even promo it, bro. Don't even promo it. Just put it in the description. Put it in your email signature and shit like that. Just and then sometimes in the video, just be like, yeah. And if you want to check out my store, of course, I got hella free shit. And if you want to support me, buying one of my construction kits, buying one of my melody packs, one of the paid ones. If people fuck with you, bro, they will have no problem supporting you, bro. That's what it is at that point. Because at that point, you've provided so much value, bro. You provided so much value that it's not even audience leveraging, bro. It's more like your audience is literally sponsoring you, bro. It's like they're supporting you. Because like think about it, like Leonardo da Vinci, bro. Like you think that nigga was like he had bread? No, he had sponsors, bro. Like he had people who fucked with his art and they paid to literally sustain him, bro. And whenever I can't remember when that nigga was alive, but like when he was alive, bro, you couldn't just be doing art to do art, bro. Life was not like that back then. Like if you weren't a warrior or like fucking a chef or a butcher or something, like you were broke. So you had to be cold at doing this shit and you had to get people to fuck with you. But once they fuck with you, they're gonna support you with their money because it's like people, that's the thing about human beings. We love art that we love, bro. Like for example, bro, I'm gonna give when Travis throws Astroworld again, I'm in Houston, I'm going, bro. I don't care what it costs because I love Travis, bro. Like if he says it's 500, bro, I'm gonna drop the 500, bro, because I want to go. I'm trying to mosh, bro. I'm trying to get a t-shirt. I'm trying to mosh. That's how I went to 2 Astroworld concerts. I went to how many? I went to 2 Astroworld concerts. No, I went to 3, bro. In 2019, I went to 2 in Philly. I went to 1 in New York. I went to 1 in Philly, and then I went to Astrofest in Houston, bro. All 3 of them, and I paid for 2 of them. My girl that I was dating at the time got 1. Why am I saying this, bro? When people fuck with you, when they are true fans, I know you've heard the like, all you need is 1,000 true fans and blah, blah. I don't know how that shit really works, but I do know that when someone legitimately becomes a true fan of you, bro, you could fucking kill somebody and they won't care, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And if you follow, it's like I feel like I'm like saying some Illuminati shit right now because I really feel like people don't make videos like this, bro. But like if you follow what I told you to do, you're going to literally build like a fucking, I hate to use this word, but like a cult almost of people, of like a small cult at first, right? If you have like a list of 200 people, you have 1,000 subscribers, it's not gonna be a big cult, but you're gonna have like 15 to 30 people who really fuck with you. And imagine having 15 to 30 people who will buy whatever you put out, bro. You don't even have to sell it to them. You just have to put it out. They'll be like, oh, this nigga dropped a new product, I'm copying. Bro, if you do what I told you in this thing, you'll have an audience like that, bro. So that's gonna be an extra like few hundred a month you make literally just putting out new products, having existing products, and continuing to build an audience of people who fuck with you. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that this showed you that it's not about getting lucky and it's not about like being particularly talented. It's about having like a plan and executing that shit. And I promise you, like if you execute this plan, it's gonna work, and then luck is just gonna find you one day. Because I'm telling you, this is what I did. This is exactly what I did before Kyle found me, bro. Like before Kyle like put me in the video and like blew up my shit. Like I literally just, I had a plan to like build my shit into a business, and then I was already set up with like the email list. I was already providing value, doing all of this when Kyle, you know, had made the video of me. And that's why like I was able to like go meteoric so fast and kind of leverage it the way I did, is because like I already was set up. I already knew, like I just needed opportunity to come to me. I already had an audience of producers fucking with me. I was already making money. I was already getting beat sales. I was already making like $6,000 to $8,000 a year. Yeah. I was making like 10K a year actually. Like on the average, when I was looking at it from month to month, I was already making 10K a year from that. And that's why I was like not taking school seriously at the time, because I was like, if I can scale this shit into an actual business, I'll at least be making a livable income and I can just do YouTube and music shit. And then Kyle came in and he took my 10K and flipped it to a 50, and then I took that and flipped it into a real business, and that's a story for another day. But it's like, like luck favors people who are prepared. Luck is like 100% a thing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and front to you like luck is not a thing, but lazy people do not get lucky. The nigga who does not buy a lottery ticket does not win the lottery, bro. Like, one of my favorite stories that I ever heard is like, there was this guy who would pray every night. He would be like, God, please help me win the lottery. He would go to sleep and he would wake up, do all his shit the next day, and then he will, before he goes to sleep, he'll be like, God, please help me win the lottery. So one day, this nigga was finna pray, and he got done praying, and God spoke. He was like, yo! And he was like, shit, that's really God. And he was like, what's up? He's like, nigga, I will help you win the lottery if you go buy the ticket. So that's what I want to leave you with, bro. Like, go buy the ticket, bro. Stop waiting for God to give you a win and you're not even setting yourself up, bro. Do this plan. Buy the ticket and luck is gonna find you, bro. I hope this was helpful. Stay happy, stay healthy, and always be creating. Just make sure it's dope content only. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.